What's up, guys? Pyrostasis here, and I was rather excited to find this in my email box earlier this week. Did not get a chance to play it until yesterday, but figured I'd make a video about it. In the early, well, I guess it was late 90s. Late 90s, early 2000, there was a game that came out called Tribes, and this was back in like old school shooters like Quake and Unreal Tournament, and it was a very interesting game. There were a lot of mods for it. We ended up playing. I think our favorite mod was a mod called Insomniacs. The snipers were one-shot kills. The mortars were a little crazy, and it was kind of an interesting game. So last year when I heard that, let me turn the sound down a bit. Good lord, there we go. Last year I heard that the guys who made Global Agenda were planning on remaking the game. So I wasn't a huge fan of Global Agenda personally. I mean, it wasn't a bad game, it just didn't suit my taste. But at the time, I remember saying, wow, this feels a lot like Tribes 2, or Tribes 1. Didn't like Tribes 2 as much as I like Tribes 1, but that's another story. So, I know I'd sold it to a couple of my friends who were old Tribes buddies from way back in the day, and, they were like, yeah, it does feel like Tribes 2, but, for whatever reason, it just didn't catch us. Well, they have now are in closed beta test for Tribes Ascended, I think is what it's called, or Tribes Ascend, one of the two. And it's a little bit more fleshed out game. It's going to be a free to play game. You can actually go to their website and purchase the game. I'll have a link in the description below for those of you who want to purchase it or just want to get more information. You can check that out there. But like I said, it's going to be free to play. They do have a lot of the same weapon and stuff from the original version. For those of you who remember the dreaded Shazbot word, phrase that was just huge back in the 90s. So probably some of you have never even heard of Tribes, but this game is more along the lines of skill shots and not necessarily juking and just like Call of Duty is just fast paced, pound them down, drop them real fast, etc., etc. Tribes is more like gameplay along the lines of Unreal Tournaments, where and Quake, where everybody's bouncing around and sliding. And let me just show you guys what it's like. There are a bunch of classes here. You start off with 2. You get you get tokens for in-game. You get EXP. The EXP gives you a bunch of skills that you can unlock for your class that makes your character a little bit better. You get perks that you can unlock throughout playing the game that allow you to have different abilities and different specializations. You can buy gold, and gold is obviously the in-game currency. As you can see here, this character costs 325 gold or 3,600 tokens, and you get about 150 tokens, give or take, per game, depending. Each of the loadouts has its own, armor, whether it's a light, medium, or heavy. It has its own weapons, and then it has its own perks. One of the big things, like I was saying about this game, which is kind of different from other games, is the skill shots. It's all about your movement on a much bigger scale. Think Battlefield-sized maps, except the vehicles are, I don't know, it's really hard to explain if you haven't played it before, but whereas like this class that I'm fixing to play here, the whole gameplay is designed about hitting your target, leading your target, and the actual impact of the weapon itself. Whoa. Okay, I'm observing. There we go. This right here is the disc gun. Now, if you'll see down there, this map is absolutely fucking huge. Just massive. And Tribes has something called skiing. Now, you'll watch here. Notice how I'm sliding at a very extreme rate of speed. Well, if you hold spacebar when you come down, it allows you to basically glide over the ground. Well, you're gliding, they're gliding, you have a jetpack, and if you'll notice in the bottom left-hand corner, that's where my jetpack is, and the energy allows me more or less to do the sliding and such. Well, this gun I'm using is the disc gun, and it only has one shot, which you may or may not be able to see. When it hits, it does explosions, and those explosions, like right there, knocked that guy away. Whoa, son of a bitch. There we go. So you've just basically got to lead your opponents and tag them with the discs. Now, granted, that's just, whoa, that's just this class. Other classes have different types of weapons, different setups. There is an assault class that, oh, that was a little close. These things in the middle, those little things right here, they allow you to reload. You only have a finite amount of ammo, so you go and you hit one of those, and it does that little thing right there, and you get full ammo again. The problem with it is while you're in that little thing, you are completely susceptible to enemy fire. Now, there's several different gameplay modes. There's Team Deathmatch, Capture the Flag, which, as you can see off in the distance, that is the flag carrier. Oh, that had to hurt. And I'm just skiing trying to catch up with the guy. Ah, I suck. Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm terrible. But, you know, you've got to have a real good depth perception because you've obviously got to lead your opponents pretty far. Jeez. And speed, you know, obviously if you're really good at maximizing your skiing abilities, you can get up to some pretty crazy, ridiculous speeds. I mean, you can see that guy's hauling some ass. I'm trying to catch up with him, and he's pretty much leaving me smoking. Oh, no. And obviously, you know, if you screw up and burn all of your booster, you're basically just sitting dead. But it's an interesting game mode. I'm not a big fan of this play style. I prefer Tribes had the original had some really nice maps where the objective was basically to infiltrate a base. There were turrets. You had these huge heavy guys that fired mortars, and the mortars were just absolutely devastating. And that is in the game. I just don't think selection is working. Like, I selected Team Deathmatch for this one, and it looks like we're playing Capture the Flag. So, granted, I am still new. Whoa! Oh, no, sir. No, you don't shoot me and run. No one makes me bleed my own blood. And missed. Fuck. And now he's hauling ass. No way I'm catching it. Whoa! Whoa! So for those of you who are good at Unreal Tournament, this will probably be right up... Oh, fuck! Probably be right up your alley. For those of you who are used to Call of Duty and Battlefield and those type of games, it's going to be a complete relearn of, you know, how to play and what to do. Granted, this isn't very graphically impressive. You know, if graphics like Battlefield 3 are something that is a big deal for you, then you know, this probably isn't going to be your game. For folks like me, who are more about gameplay, damn it, I was trying to destroy their base. For folks like me who've actually played this game, you know, back in the late 90s, early 2000s, you know, this is just going to be a massive reliving of our childhood and, you know, what we enjoyed playing. So for us, you know, regardless of graphics, this is going to be a great game. So, you know, I definitely encourage you to try it out. If you can get access to the beta, I don't know how free they're being with it. The queues seem to be big enough to keep at least me queuing pretty frequently. I have longer queues in LoL than I have in this game, so that kind of gives you an idea. But the game modes do seem to be relatively limited at the moment, so I don't know if they're only testing certain maps. And that being said, you know, I've only played like 2 days, so there's probably a lot I'm missing and whatnot, but let me know if you guys would like to see some more video footage of this. I will definitely be playing it a lot over the next couple weeks, you know, just to, like I said, kind of bring back the good old days. I got a few friends who are probably going to be playing with me, and I may do some streaming on it with my streaming channel. But if you guys want to see some more videos, see what it's like, let me know, and I will throw them up. I should be getting back to my normal swing of things. My contract work is over, so I'll be playing a little bit more Skyrim than I have been the past couple, well, pretty much this whole week. Now that contract job's over, my mornings aren't eaten up anymore by the IT inventories that I've been doing. Oh, ownage. God, I miss this game. And it's so nice not to have to reload. It also kind of sucks sometimes to only have one shot, but... Oh, yes. Go ahead and reload, buddy. No one's watching. Ah. Yeah, there's... the center place here gets all the attention because it's obviously the center of the map, and there's a lot of reload bays there, but it's also pretty much the stupidest place in the game to reload, because pretty much everybody and their dog's going to be pounding the hell out of you while you're there. And since... Oh, fuck. Now you guys get to see how terrible I am with the pistol. Whoa! End of the map. Sadly, I was denied that kill. Most likely I was actually denied a humiliating defeat, but it is what it is. So anyways, hope you guys liked the video. If you did, please click that like button, subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my other videos, tips, tricks, and guides, and I'll see you guys in another clip.